Nice. Did you get that on mic?
I did.
I'm so happy that you did. I am so happy that
There's
happened.
no world where I'm starting the episode that way.
Oh, really?
You have to understand. I'm not going to allow that to happen.
Okay.
And so it won't.
Okay, how do we open the show?
Welcome to Simple and Clean, a Kingdom Hearts podcast. I'm Mischa Stanton.
And I'm Mayanna Berrin. Were you going to say you were Mayanna Berrin?
I almost did.
Oh, you know what? You're Mayanna Berrin, and I'm Mischa Stanton.
Whoa,
it's almost like we rebirthed.
Did
you not know where I was going with that joke?
I didn't.
Are you serious?
I didn't know where you were going with that bit. And that was such like a prime quality bit, and it just sailed right past me.
Hey, you know what? It's okay. We're on the bit boat now together, and I'm steering.
Thank you. Gosh. Do you have like a Jungle Cruise style?
I was thinking more Steamboat Willie, where I'm spinning the big wheel and whistling and tapping my little foot.
There you go. Anyway, today...
Oh, yes.
We're going to talk about what happens in Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories Reverse Rebirth, the only title in the entire game series that has 2 colons. They needed 2 of them just to fit it in the entire title.
2 colons. That's amazing.
Thanks.
The only game in the series with that distinction.
Yeah, it's true.
Incredible. I love that.
Did you play this game?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't make it when I played it on the Game Boy. I didn't make it to the end. I never made it to the end of Chain of Memories. I'm trying to remember where, because my lore is I played it exclusively on multiple planes to an international wedding when I was like 12.
Yeah.
And I made it through Ursula. I made it through Halloween Town. I made it through Monstro. I don't think I even made it to Destiny Islands when I played it. Yeah. Because also I was not... The cards were hard.
They're hard.
At a certain point, I hit a wall and I couldn't get past it. And game guides weren't really as accessible then. I didn't have a smartphone.
Right.
There was no recourse for me.
Yeah, this is pre-iPhone.
Yeah, pre-iPhone. It was like barely flip time yet.
As we say here at Multitude, we refer to this time as pre-iPhone, post 9/11, the Pipney era.
The what era?
The Pipney era.
That's
Yeah, pre-iPhone, post 9/11. Yeah, so this is a classic Pipney game.
It's great.
So Reverse Rebirth is once you beat Chain of Memories, which we previously covered on the Game Boy Advance, you start over with a new story as Riku on the same cartridge.
If I was playing and then that happened, I would be so shook.
That's what happened to me.
Oh.
I got to the end, I was like, cool, that was a whole game, and
Yeah.
I am satisfied. And then it took me back to the start screen, and it gave me the option for Reverse Rebirth. I said, what is that?
It's the Luigi Super Mario Galaxy.
Literally, yes.
Yeah,
It is, I mean, if Riku is Luigi, which I think he might punch you in the face for comparing
Oh, he
him to
would be
Luigi.
furious.
Yeah.
He would be outraged.
He'd be so mad.
Yeah.
So, and then you started up, and I for some reason, because maybe this is just the era of gaming that it was, I imagined that it would be the same game, but with like a Riku skin on Sora.
Oh, that would be really interesting. It's kind of like when you unlock the island outfit version of Wind Waker.
Right.
Where you're like, I'm just walking around in my house clothes the whole game.
And you'd be Riku, but you just play the game twice.
That's so funny. No, but instead,
it's only mostly that.
Right.
And the hallway scenes are all different and stuff.
Oh my God. Yeah, exactly. Right. So wait, when you play Reverse Rebirth, are you literally going through the same worlds as...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's so weird. That's so weird.
And I gotta tell you, like, and we covered this on Chain of Memories, but like even more so with Reverse Rebirth, I couldn't even tell you like what the plot of the Disney worlds are in this game.
I think I was watching. I've been on Kingdom Hearts YouTube, and sometimes they describe the Disney sections as the yada yada yada.
Definitely,
and sometimes that's true. Most of the time, that's true.
Yeah,
but it's still fun.
When it's not true, those are those prime gems.
Yeah,
like where Triton knows about other worlds, or like when Baymax, like they do the thing about good and evil in Baymax's heart where that matches up. I love that.
You know, I'll say this too. Instead of going out for Halloween this year, I stayed home and we played more Kingdom Hearts 2 for our Wind and Sun. And we made it to the Halloween town, which is also Christmas town. And Sora canonically loves Santa.
He does.
And was so excited to meet the real Santa because Riku told him Santa wasn't real.
Classic Riku.
I know. and also classic teen boy bullying your slightly younger friend for believing in magic still in your life. But it was one of those things where I was like, this is such a fun, interesting thing that only happens because we're in Halloween Town, Christmas Town.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Only because this universe also contains that movie. Thank goodness. Yeah, for sure.
Anyway. So
So
this is the yada yada yada.
So that's the yada 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 portion of it. There is slightly more of a justification in Rebirth for it than in Chain of Memories, I would say.
Oh, pray tell.
Oh, we'll get there.
Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah, we'll get there. So let's dive in.
Woo! Splash.
Literally, and we start with Riku floating.
Great.
In a misty void.
Fantastic.
He's just floating there. He looks dead.
Oh, no.
But he's floating in midair.
Okay.
And he's in a void.
Okay. Sounds like the start of another video game.
Yeah. And there's a voice that whispers to Riku.
Oh.
And again, this game does not have voice acting. Except for little efforts and grunts.
Yeah.
And the David Gallagher ones, just as crunched as the Haley Joel Osment ones.
They were. I'll bet they were.
Oh, you bet. But as for prep for this, I watched the Chain of Memories, the 3D remake.
Oh my God, yes.
So it's clear from the jump that this is Ansem's voice speaking to Riku right after he's come out of the Dark Realm, which is where we left him at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1.
Okay.
As far as, he's sort of saying to Riku, like, hey, don't wake up. Stay asleep. Blanketed in darkness. Don't take control of your body.
Hey,
I got it. It's
cut it
chill. Out. Well, obviously, Riku's like, no, I'm in control of me.
I think
fuck
I'm
you
good.
and fuck
Thank
that.
you, sir.
Yeah. But so it's interesting that it's like in the game, it's just, or text on a screen. In the 3D remake, it's immediately clear that this is Ansem's voice talking to him.
Great. Amazing.
And Riku's like, whoa, how did I get here? And you don't even know where he is.
Yeah.
It's just it's gray fog every direction.
Perfect.
It seems like he sort of fell out of darkness. He's like, me and Mickey, we closed that door. And then what happened? And then I was here, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. He sort of like fell up from darkness to this place, which is like in the lore of it, it's kind of on the edge there,
Yeah. Because it's the basement of Castle Oblivion,
yeah,
right?
So Riku wakes up. He says, fuck that. I'm not staying asleep. I will wake up.
Good for him.
And a world card appears in front of him.
Oh.
And he grabs it. It's for Hollow Bastion.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Riku starts in Hollow Bastion.
Fun.
And the fog clears. And there's a voice that says, like, start this journey, find the door to truth.
Okay.
And
sure.
And through the rest of the game, there's this pull between, like, stay asleep, stay coveted in lies and Ansem will take over, or wake up and find your own truth.
Oh.
It's kind of like sleep versus woke.
Okay. I like that.
Now,
for
we
him.
Here on Simple and Clean are not against woke.
No.
In fact, we are pro woke.
Is this the new struggle? Is this what people are yelling about?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Some people really didn't want Riku to get out of the basement of Castle Oblivion.
That's
and it's driving our national politics into the toilet.
That's real. Also, can you tell we're recording this on election day?
Oh, we're recording this on election day.
Special election for the state of California. I love that. Well, I mean, it's such an interesting struggle for Riku specifically because, I mean, there is a recurring motif of Sora being asleep and waking up, right? But for Riku to have that be in this context, the core of what he's dealing with. Because, it is the idea between staying within the safe, comfortable lie that he's always sort of believed and waking up to the very uncomfortable but sobering real truth.
Yeah, well, this game is all about Riku accepting the truth about himself and sort of finding out what that is, and it's not what he thought it was.
Yeah.
Which is an interesting contrast to the main Chain of Memories game, which is all about people lying to Sora.
Yeah. Oh, that's just, ooh.
There's like a really big contrast.
Man, it's
there.
A real reverse Rebirth, am I right? I'm sorry. I will stop. I'll stop.
I don't think you should. I think you should keep going.
Your funeral.
Yeah. So he gets up and out of that basement, and he starts ascending from the bottom floors of Castle Oblivion up to the ground floor, of which there are also 13 floors, just coincidentally.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Man, obviously, like, there is no architect of Castle Oblivion, but imagine that maniac. That's a maniac.
I know who that maniac is. Do you know who that maniac is?
Is it Vexen?
No.
Who built Castle Oblivion? Because it's not Naminé.
Well, this is a thing about the origins of Castle Oblivion, which we will not cover in super detail today. We'll cover it a little bit later.
Right, yes.
Long story short.
Okay, I'm scared.
Castle Oblivion is a corruption of this place called the Land of Departure, which had a big normal castle. And Aqua made the castle do that so that it would hide Ventus. The reason the castle's like that is to, like, make it into a maze so no one will find Ventus. So no one will
find Ventus. Okay.
So
valid.
The maniac you describe is actually Aqua. Your girl Aqua.
My girl, you know what? I take it all back, Queen. I take it all back.
Genius.
Mad genius. Actually, mad genius. And also, no one was supposed to be here. The bad guys made you come in here. I'm so sorry.
Exactly. The bad guys took it over, and she didn't want that.
Yeah, they're... Oh, my God. Organization 13 canonical squatters.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Well... Do you think all video game villains are like having contractors come in to build their lairs?
No, definitely not. It's so funny. There's that guy on YouTube who talks about, like, where do all the rivers in Hyrule go?
Yes,
like,
Annie Austin, shout out.
The unemployment rates in, what is it, Skyrim or something?
Yeah, where do the power lines go in Liberty City and Grand Theft Auto? Yeah.
Genius. And yeah, it's like, how many villains canonically have actual, like, buildings that they own versus buildings they are occupying?
Exactly.
Because most villains, I mean, like Bowser or like Ganondorf are usually like, I'ma just commandeer the castle that's already here.
Yeah, well, that Ganondorf is who I was thinking of. I do think Bowser builds his castle.
He has his own castle. He's industrious.
Because it's got his face in the stonework.
He built it himself. Yeah, he's got like, well, he's also got like a whole like staff. He's got staff for days. He's got a lot of nephews and nieces to feed.
How do you think Koopa healthcare is?
I think good, actually.
I'm gonna think about it.
Because think about it, they keep coming back.
They do keep
coming back. So they must have something good going over there.
That's true.
Yeah. They also don't quit. They seem happy.
We're fantasizing about working for Bowser. That's how bad things are.
I mean, here's the thing I'll say about Bowser. Bowser at least seems to keep a good payroll. Again, like, he's got a whole kingdom. Like, he's just as good a ruler as Peach is in terms of, like, population happiness size.
Hot take on the podcast.
Am I wrong? Tell me I'm wrong. Also, he's raising so many nieces and nephews. Peach doesn't have any nieces and nephews.
Okay, let's get back to Kingdom Hearts.
All right, fine, sorry.
So we get up and out of the first Hollow Bastion floor, and we get back to the hallways. The voice comes back saying, Riku, what that world you went through, you know, it would have gone a lot easier if you would just accept it. If you know, darkness is your weapon, Riku.
Oh my God.
You should just stop resisting and accept that darkness in your heart.
Oh my, Yeah.
And Riku, you know, he's hearing this voice, and it's not clear. You know, Ansem appears in front of him, but Ansem's gone from the first game. He died.
Right, he got defeated.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So is this really Ansem, or is this Ansem in Riku's head?
Now, question 2, though. Does Riku know that Ansem was defeated?
Oh,
he was on the other. He knows. He knows that in his heart. Okay.
I think so. Right, because at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1, when they're closing the door, he
knows because he's free. Or like he knows because he's in control of himself. Again.
Exactly.
Okay.
But he knows that if darkness were to return, he would lose that control, and that's what he's afraid of.
Yeah, that's scary.
Right?
It's scary.
Well, thank goodness someone comes to his aid to defend him against this Ansem remnant.
Oh.
You know, he's summoned in a pool of darkness out of one of those corridors, and he's looking there all intimidating and menacing. And,
oh, no.
But a little mote of light floats down and puts itself in between Ansem and Riku.
Ooh.
And a voice rings out and says, "Don't worry, buddy, I gotcha."
Yes! The king is here!
King Mickey is fully in this game.
Oh my God! Which means, man, did they get some trust from Disney between 1 and Chain of Memories. That's a huge flex.
Seriously.
Huge flex.
Now, it's just a mote of light and his voice. He's not here yet, but like Mickey's presence, he's fully a presence in the game from the jump. So now Riku has these two voices, right? The Ansem Darkness voice and the Mickey Light voice.
The worst angel-devil combo you could ever conceive of. This hot, evil man and Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
Incredible. But also in the classic struggle that we keep going back to of like embrace cringe versus kill the part of you that cringes or whatever. Like Ansem is the teen angst you must defeat. You must like understand it, but also know that it's just it's a cope.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 100%. So this is where they fight. Obviously, Riku comes out triumphant because we're in the hero timeline. We're not in the fallen hero timeline.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my. Ooh, yes.
Zelda reference. And this Ansem is like, you've defeated me. But before I go, bam. And he like finger guns Riku's heart.
Oh.
And there's like a brief like sort of poof of darkness. And Ansem's like, I've tempered that darkness in your heart. I don't think you're going to get rid of me so easily.
Oh, no. Oh, so Mickey tried to, like, purify, and then it didn't work?
Yeah, Riku with Mickey's help sort of defeats the thing in a sword fight.
Gotcha.
But he's like, you won't get rid of me that easily.
I live inside your mind. I'm the Weeping Angels, specifically from the 11 appearance, where they're inside your eyeball.
Yeah, just like that. So at this point, Riku is ascending the floors kind of to just, like, stop being confronted by the darkness in him so that he doesn't have to make this choice. He's like, I don't want to have to choose to embrace it or not. I just want to escape.
Oh, valid.
You know?
Valid.
So he's ascending these floors, and obviously he's got to go through some Disney worlds.
Of course. Yada, yada, yada.
Yada, yada, yada. He gets to the next floor, and Riku stops, and he goes, something smells funny.
Okay.
That smell. It's such like a weird, foul stench. It's the darkness.
Okay, well...
This game establishes multiple times that one of Riku's abilities is that he can smell darkness.
Okay, what do you think darkness smells like?
I was just going to ask you, what do you think darkness smells like?
So, I've been trying to eat more fruit.
Okay.
And I had two of the little Trader Joe's containers of watermelon. I made it to one. The other one, I didn't make it.
Rotten watermelon.
Because it's like, could be sweet, but then there's that like pungent undercurrent.
There's definitely something there. I think it needs like a bitter undertone. It's like rotten watermelon and like dirt.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
You know, like when you go into a musty basement and like the bad watermelon was in the basement fridge.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
When I was in Michigan, there was a night or like a day where my brother and sister came to me in bathing suits. We live in Michigan. And they're like, guys, there's a pool in the basement. And we go into the basement and it was like a pipe leaked in the basement. And so my brother and sister were like splashing around in this basement water. And I was like, get out of there immediately.
Good
but
sibling.
It's like dust, cement, and water.
Yeah.
It's cold and like steely.
Mm-hmm.
And like raw, you know?
And then also like bacteria.
Oh my God, yeah.
It's like something evolutionarily in your brain.
You're like,
is you know, like so rotten fruit, rotten meat. Like
yeah, 100%. Like and also it's like, I think that coincides really nicely with the sound design that they usually have for darkness, where it's a little like wet. Where there's like a bloosh, you know, there's like a bloosh, like you're moving through something.
I know what you're saying. It's got that sort of equalization quality. It uses the part of the audio spectrum that most penetrates water. So like when you're underwater, you get that like sort of muddled sense. Like those are the same frequencies that are in the score.
That makes sense. And also for the dive to the heart, that makes sense too.
Yeah, that's true too.
Oh, they're so good. Anyway, keep talking.
You're right.
So Riku can smell darkness.
And the darkness he's smelling right now is himself.
Oh, no.
Which really messes with him. He's like, the darkness has seeped into my skin. I cannot escape this stench. But Mickey, his constant companion throughout this castle, is like, hey, buddy, don't worry about it. We're going to get you through together.
Mickey!
And he appears.
Mickey!
But it's just a hologram.
Is it him in his KH fit, though?
It's him in his KH Chain of Memories fit.
Wait, is that a different fit than his normal KH?
It is a different fit.
Oh, my God.
It's closer to, I would say, like his Kingdom Hearts 3 fit.
Okay.
It's pretty similar.
Huh. That's so funny. I didn't realize he had like a third look.
Well,
wow.
I would like to ask. So I wouldn't have thought about it, but because one of the future games makes such a point about
Him losing his shirt.
Canonizing the fact that Mickey had a shirt and then he lost it before the very end of Kingdom Hearts 1. In Chain of Memories, he's got a new shirt.
Okay.
Like, what, did he go shopping? Does he just have backup shirts in the Dark Realm?
Well, if he's a hologram...
But he's projecting himself.
He's projecting himself.
He's trying to get to Riku, but the only amount of his power he can manifest is this like hologram to aid Riku in this moment. He's on his way.
He had time to find a new shirt and also write a new letter for Pluto to have for Sora, Donald and Goofy to chase. Yeah. Mickey works mysterious ways, okay? He's all over the place.
He is a master of the stop spell.
Oh, yo. Okay, that's why.
That's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
In fact, one of the major Mickey cards in Chain of Memories is when Sora's around and like the Donald cards bounce around, you can grab them and use them, and the Goofy one's the same. And then there's like, it's not Mickey's face, but it is a 3 circles icon.
Oh, okay.
And you pick it up and it's a stop spell and it like happens randomly.
Oh, wow. Okay, pop off.
So it is interesting that Mickey is tied to the stop spell.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Because he's timeless.
Yes.
Wow.
Actually, yeah.
That's really fun.
Yeah.
That's really fun.
Mickey says to Riku, like, don't worry about it. Even in the darkest darkness, there's always a little bit of light. I don't know if that's true, but it's a nice thing to think.
Yeah. It is a nice thing to think.
Well, and then he says, you and I have seen it.
Oh, duh.
Well, they were in the Dark Realm together at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1. Yeah. That's when they met for the first time. But the way he says that, it's like, I've been where you are.
Oh.
You know, so it makes me think about, like, I don't think they'd ever do this in the game, but, like, did Mickey have to wrestle with some demons in his training?
So he did, actually. He did.
Oh, yeah?
I think it's in Birth by Sleep because he's in training with Yensid. And there's, like, a star shard. And, like, he has to go off and do something. And I'll talk about it a little bit in the Goofy episode as well. But, like, he goes off and Donald and Goofy are supposed to go with him. And Yensid's like, you guys are not ready to face in. And then, like, Mickey has to, like, turn in his Keyblade for a second. Whoa. And then he gets it back and he's like, okay, cool, I did earn it. Like Mickey, canonically Mickey within the Kingdom Hearts like canon goes through some tough trials and like goes through some losses and, you know, on his journey to becoming a Keyblade master.
And it sounds like even he almost, like, you know, his light was almost doused. Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse. Look, no one is immune. Yeah. No one is immune to the temptations of darkness. And that's the whole thing about it, right?
Right. So Mickey says, you know, like, I've been where you are. I'm going to help you out of I'm going to help you out. I'm going to see you through.
Aww.
And the bond between Riku and Mickey, it's like so sweet.
I love
and
that.
Really meaningful.
Yeah.
It's so funny how they find these character pairings between the original characters and the Disney characters that like seems effortless. Yeah. I think about Sora and Ariel.
Oh my God.
I think about Riku and Mickey.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I will double click on the Riku Mickey relationship, but I don't want to detract you too much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he's here. He's throughout the whole game, so we can keep going.
All right. Cool.
The next floor, Vexen appears to Riku. And he appears in a dark corridor. The same dark corridor, that same dark teleport spell that Ansem uses to appear to Riku.
Oh, that's not good.
So Riku says, like, oh, are you with Ansem?
Oh, good question. Good job, Riku.
And Vexen gives the most vexing answer, which is, you're half correct.
What the fuck, man?
I'm with this guy, and he's Ansem, and he's not Ansem. He's a nobody, you might say.
Damn, you know what? He is right. He is answering as truthfully as he can, actually.
Yes, sort of. But so this is the first moment where somebody's really referring to a nobody as the concept of the thing in Kingdom Hearts.
Gotcha.
We talked about this in Chain of Memories where Axel sort of tosses off like a half insult to Naminé where he's like, oh, nobody's like us. And it sounds like he's saying loser. Here, when Vexen says it, he's like, this guy is a remnant of Ansem, and he's also not Ansem, and he is a nobody.
Oh, I love that. Okay, sorry, this is just because I've been in video game text land for the last year and a half. When Axel says nobody's like us, is it capitalized or is it lowercase?
It's capitalized.
Okay, so they were intentional about it.
They were intentional.
We just didn't get it at the time.
But You didn't clock it.
No, because they don't explain the concept. So that's so interesting. So they seed the concept in the first chunk, and now they're like really contextualizing it in the second chunk. Yeah. That's fun. I like that.
So it's like a cool like setup and spike in Reverse Rebirth, which is
really cool.
Like, but it's like a game that like it's a side game, which we've talked about.
Right.
So people thought they could ignore it, and it's the second half, which you have to beat the first half to get to.
Which is. Oh my god.
So they're like really burying it in the basement.
They are burying it in the basement because also like they must know at this point, or they're presumably in the midst of doing pre-production on Kingdom Hearts 2, that they're gonna do a whole thing explanation about it. So it's just like a fun thing to start speculating about or seeding very lightly. So yeah, but that is so interesting that you have to like complete the whole game twice essentially to get this critical piece of what will be a huge adversary in the next game.
And that's not the only critical piece related to huge adversaries that happens in Reverse Rebirth. So let's keep it going.
Oh my god.
Riku and Vexen fight. It's inevitable, but Riku's like, you know, I smell that same darkness on you, man. It disgusts me. Whoa.
Nobody's exists in a different category than Heartless or Darkness.
Yeah, and Vexen says that. He says, like, you know, we nobodies walk in the twilight, and Riku, so do you. So, like, we're kindred spirits.
Yeah, there's dusk, or, like, the idea of, like, Yeah,
but they do sort of, like, immerse themselves in darkness.
Okay.
To get around.
Right, because they go through that weird...
to do whatever their stuff is doing. You know, like, they use the darkness. They're not of it.
Yeah, so that's interesting that it lingers in that way, that Riku would smell it.
Well, and I also said, whoa. But my woe was like, Riku, you can't just be smelling people.
Not Riku being a dog. Not Riku being a dog. He's our cat boy.
We thought Sora was the dog and Riku's the cat.
Maybe,
well, cats also smell good. So.
Cats, I'll say this too. I now have 2 cats.
Yay!
And I love them so much.
Me too!
Sokka and Katara. And when they wiggle their little noses, I'm like, you smell the way a rodent would, like, the way that the nose moves. And I'm like, y'all are not so different. Even though you're like natural enemies or whatever.
Your cat's standing over some pest that's gotten into your apartment and like chasing it down, you know, like zooming throughout your apartment and then stomping it and just looming over it and going, we're not so different, you and I.
I love that.
We've always been rivals, haven't we?
Oh my God. We've always been rivals, haven't we? Huh?
You stupid.
You stupid.
So, Riku and Vexen, they fight. Vexen's got like a shield. He's like a shield basher.
And so Vexen's the one that Axel kills later. So this is happening like at the exact same time as Chain of Memories is happening?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So they fight and Vexen says, cool, thanks for the fight. I've gotten all the data I needed.
Oh, for the
replica. So,
that sucks.
So like this part happens before Sora's stuff.
Oh. So I guess you could say because Riku is in the realm of darkness and Sora's walking down that road for like 0.5 seconds, Riku presumably made it to the castle slightly before Sora did.
Time is very wibbly.
Sure, that's fair.
It's not very clear, but like in terms of what Vexen is doing at a particular moment, like this stuff happens before he meets Sora.
Well, the other thing too, though, is the replica Riku shows up about like 2/3 or 1-ish third, halfway through.
I'd say about halfway.
Okay, cool. So like this could still, because this is presumably in like Act 1-ish of Riku's.
Yeah, we're on like
stuff.
level 4 maybe.
So like it like they could be on the same progression path and then just like cut back to Sora, you know, and now replica Riku's here.
Exactly.
That's so funny.
And as if on cue, on the very next floor, Riku comes out and Riku comes down the steps and they're dressed the same. And it's the replica. Oh,
okay. How long does a replica take to bake?
Ooh, at 450, 12 minutes. At 375, 18 minutes. And it also changes at different elevations.
What if you preheat?
Well, I don't like to preheat because I like a gooey center, actually.
I love it. Fantastic. Anyway.
Maybe evil smells like hot brownies coming out the oven.
Hot warm cookie. Yeah, hot warm cookie.
And Riku just doesn't like that for some reason.
He's like, ugh, disgusting.
Chocolate.
My arch nemesis.
Especially dark chocolate.
Oh, yeah.
Nailed that joke right in its face.
Oh, that was great.
Nailed
I love that.
So Riku replica comes down the steps and is immediately just like, yeah, I know I'm fake, but I don't care if you're real. Obviously, I'm better.
Okay. Oh, God.
And he says, you know why? Because you're afraid.
Oh.
Now, have we ever conceptualized Riku as a fearful guy before?
Never once.
Right?
Never once.
He's the guy who jumps headfirst into the dark portal.
Yeah, you're right. And he's the, slightly older. He's kind of the bold one. He's the instigator.
I literally spent so much time in the Riku episode setting him up as like the guy who's fearless when other people are afraid.
Yeah.
So it's crazy for the guy
who's a copy
of him to come down and say, I'm better than you because you're afraid and I'm not.
That's so, but also could you say that the replica Riku is Riku pre-character arc development? Like, is replica Riku from the minute he hops through the dark portal, but before he actualizes?
That's kind of the question. Like, at what point on the journey did they copy his memories to make the replica?
Right, and did they copy his memories at all, really?
Or like just quote-unquote data.
Yeah, because like if they're just using how Riku fights and then Naminé is supplanting fake memories in his mind, because Naminé also has her own interpretation of Riku.
Naminé is not implanting memories in Riku's mind.
Even the replica? Because the replica is like, I gotta go get Naminé.
Yeah.
They're just like, you like Naminé, and he's like, got it.
Pretty much.
Okay, interesting.
He popped out of that easy bake oven and he said, oh, I'm here. And they said, cool. This is Naminé. You like her?
Hell yeah.
He's like, got it.
I have this running bit with Baldur's Gate 3, which is like, if you choose Origin Run for any of the characters, you can they have a little monologue explaining, who they are. And every monologue, I feel like you can whittle down to like, I don't know a whole lot, but I know this one thing. And I feel like that's this Riku.
Yeah.
I don't know much, but I know I gotta get this artifact to my guys.
Yeah.
I don't know a whole lot, but I know I gotta kill the guy who turned me into a vampire.
I don't know about a lot, but I know this blonde girl. I love her.
I fucks with her. I fucks with her real bad.
Yeah. So they fight, and it's clear that Riku Replica is embracing darkness in a way that Riku is like trying to keep it bottled up and contained.
Valid.
And that's sort of his argument. He's like, you're afraid to use the darkness within you, and I'm not, so I'm going to win.
Oh my God.
He doesn't win.
Of course. Shocker.
So he runs off into the castle and says, I'm going to get strong enough to defeat you because there can be only one.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Kill your double.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Riku runs through the next world, the next floor of the castle, to chase the replica down.
Oh, that makes sense. He's like, we gotta resolve that.
He's like, yeah, something, I gotta check that out.
Yada, 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 Agrabah. I gotta.
Exactly. So he gets through, but he doesn't find the replica. He finds Ansem.
Oh my God.
And Ansem is here manipulating Riku again. He's like, that replica, he's like, what if you were better?
Oh my God.
He's like, what? Hey, Riku, have you considered what if you were cool?
I've been down this road before. I'm not doing crack with you again.
Like, hey, these cigarettes may be dark, but they'll make you cool.
I'm a changed man. I gotta go to college.
He does go to college.
He does.
That's what's funny.
He does.
Yeah, and Ansem says another thing that like is so silly, which is like, he's not afraid, and you are.
Ugh.
Maybe he's the real one.
Oh my God, enough. Okay, enough. Imagine like every door you open is just someone negging you.
I know. Well, thank goodness Mickey's here to be like, that's stupid.
I know. Yeah, Mickey, you stupid. Not you, Riku. You other guys.
Yeah.
Oh, gotta love it.
It's at this point that we cut away to the replica.
Oh.
And Larksine.
Oh.
And Naminé. In a room.
Wow. Okay.
And it's sort of, the replica comes up to Naminé and is like, hey, like, whatever's hurting you, I'll protect you. I swear on this good luck charm that you gave me.
Oh.
And he pulls out the fake Paupu fruit charm.
Yeah, the star charm.
From Chain of Memories, the one that Larksine plants on Sora to manipulate him into thinking that Naminé's real. Riku Replica has this charm and really swears on it to real Naminé without pretense.
Okay. Okay, so in the shipping wars, specifically around Kingdom Hearts, there's a whole thing about Riku and Naminé and Repliku and Naminé.
Yes.
That's so interesting.
And I'll say this, shout out to all of the listeners who heard our Chain of Memories episode and corrected me to call him Repliku. That is obviously what we should have been calling him. We did have to use his legal name for the podcast.
Otherwise, his mail would get lost.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't used Repliku because I think it's kind of clunky to say.
Yeah.
But like Replica Riku and Riku are two distinct characters in the way like Data Sora is his own character. Like there's all these things. So that's so interesting that Repliku has this actual relationship with Naminé. That's like not based on gaslighting. It's like they were both born, like Naminé was probably born like 3 weeks ago. Like,
right. And the replica was only born like 2 hours ago.
2 hours ago. So it's like we're all just trying our best here.
Right.
You know, and it's like, hey, you're trapped here. I'm trapped here. We're both trying to like figure out if we're real people.
Yeah.
I vibe with that. I fucks with you.
Well, and it's cool. It comes back later in the series too.
Yeah,
like
it does.
It's a thing that carries forward in a way that's becomes more heartfelt over time. Like once the Riku replicant kind of like decides he's his own guy and stops trying to supplant Riku.
Yeah. Huh. Okay. Yeah. I like that.
It's interesting.
I kind of dig that. That's fun.
The Riku replica is so interesting. We're going to have to do a whole episode.
We might have to because, like, that is a whole other ball game. A character who is his origin point is like an even more concentrated version of what Riku is going through,
and what the nobodies are going through.
Oh yeah, it's all of it together.
They're like, are we? You know, like we're not really people, and he's like, well, I was made by the people who aren't really people, so am I even a guy? And I'm a copy of another guy.
And also, like, I'm not afraid, and I kind of hate the guy that I'm based off of.
Right.
And I also think that I might deserve to live more than he does. Like, there's a lot happening there.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the games don't spend nearly enough time examining that. I feel like the Riku replica needed his own side game to like figure it out.
He really did. Hey, you know what? There's time. We're in Arc 2 now, baby. Yeah. We got a lot of games to make. How many games was in Arc 1? 13?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we got some games to churn. We got what are we gonna put this one on a Steam Deck? We'll see, you know. What's gonna happen?
Who could say?
Who could say? Hello, I am Mayanna Berrin once again. Thank you so much for listening to Simple and Clean, a Kingdom Hearts podcast. I hope you've all had a lovely one of two holiday breaks going into the end of the year. I am once again reminding you that we have a Patreon. It is called Simple and Clean Pod on Patreon. You can get ad-free versions of the episodes you listen to here, including now bonus episodes called The Secret Reports. Follow along with Mischa and I as we talk about Dispatch, a game that I wrote and voice acted in. We're going to talk about all the episodes and dive deep into Mischa's thoughts on the game and their unique playthrough of the game. It was a really fun conversation. So if you want to check that out, you can go over to Simple and Clean Pod on Patreon to get those delicious Secret Report bonus episodes. Simple and Clean Pod is a part of the Multitude Podcast Collective, a collection of different podcasts and shows created by experts and people who talk about the things that live in their heads rent-free. Shows like Wow If True. Wow If True is your one-stop internet culture shop explaining how what's happening online shapes the real world, and they're the internet experts and real-life besties to unravel it. Tech culture journalist Amanda Silberling and science fiction author / attorney Isabel J. Kim, Esquire. More importantly, they're the only podcast that will mention Neopets and horizontal mergers in the same episode. They're asking and answering your burning questions about the internet. Why are the edgelord tech bros literally everywhere, even in the White House? Are the AI overlords coming to take our jobs? And if so, why are these AIs so awful at playing Pokemon? How does AI actually work anyway? Is Pepe the Frog a hate symbol or just a misunderstood green guy? And speaking of misunderstood green guys, why is Shrek still so popular? So check out Wow If True wherever on the internet you find your podcasts. New episodes every other Wednesday. As Kingdom Hearts fans, we over here at Simple and Clean know there's nothing more important in this or any world than the drip, the threads, the look, which is why we're thrilled that we've got the support of the amazing drip crafters over at Insert Coin sponsoring this episode. Insert Coin creates stylish, approachable, and size-inclusive apparel for so many of your favorite video game fandoms like Ace Attorney, Fallout, God of War, The Last of Us, and so many others. Based in Essex, just outside of London, everything Insert Coin makes is in partnership with the studios behind your favorite games. Right now, they're celebrating their 15th birthday birthday. And with our promo code Simple and Clean, you can get 10% off your purchase and help support us while we yap about Sora's big shoes. Visit insertcoinclothing.com and use promo code Simple and Clean for 10% off. That's insertcoinclothing.com for 10% off.
We continue on. The next person that Riku confronts is there's a new organization member that pops up.
Oh.
He's got like short red hair that kind of like flows back from his temple in like little squiggles.
Oh.
And he's got a big fucking weapon. His name is Lexaeus.
Yeah.
Go on. No, what were you going to say?
So I didn't realize in Kingdom Hearts 2 Remix, there are these these like side boss bubbles that you run into, and I just ran into Lexaeus' one, and they're all kicking my ass. I haven't beat a single one.
Yeah, they're very difficult.
They're really difficult, but like his sword is so colorful, and he is so boring looking.
Yeah, yes. So he's so boring looking. He has a very iconic weapon.
It's so cool.
More iconic than the man himself.
It's so beautiful.
It's described on the internet as an axe sword. I don't know what that is.
I don't know about that either. I don't know if that's the right description for it.
Mayanna, you're also Jewish. Level with me.
Oh.
It looks like a big letter Gimel, right?
It does look like a Gimel, for sure. It does look like a Gimel. Well, the other thing, too, is it looks like, so it's a curvy red and yellow blade with like a hook thing and a handle.
Yeah.
It does look like a Gimel.
Okay,
it's also...
and for those who don't know, Gimel is a letter of the Hebrew alphabet. Folks might be familiar because it's on the dreidel.
It's on the dreidel, yeah. It's just kind of like one big curve with a little foot
with like a tail.
Yeah, with a little tail. It's kind of like a high heel sideways.
It's like a Times New Roman A if you erased part of the loop of the A.
These are all great descriptions for it. But I think like I would not describe it as an axe sword. If anything, I would describe it as like a hook sword.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know what it is.
But it's cool.
It's Lexaeus' weapon.
It's really cool.
So much more memorable than the guy.
He's just a guy.
He's just a guy.
I'm sorry, Lexaeus. I'm sure, and to all the people who love Lexaeus out there, not invalidating your experience. I just don't really have a lot of strong feelings about him.
I would love to hear from fandom what they love about him, because like I feel like there's so little there.
Yeah, I feel like to me, based off purely his character design, he's got like a really strong jaw.
Yeah.
He's the guy who, if you put him in an anime lineup, is the guy who like presents as a tough guy, but then is actually really secretly sensitive.
Yeah. Well, and his element, all of the organization members have like an element they control. His is Earth.
Yeah, that makes sense. You know who else he kind of reminds me of? There's 3 siblings in the Final Fantasy VII Advent Children movie. And there's the toughest one.
Oh, yeah.
Who gets into the fight with Tifa.
Right.
And he has this little bit where he'll be like, I'm not crying. And like that's kind of what Lexaeus feels like to me, is like the tough guy who's like, I gotta be strong.
Yeah,
like
the big
that
softy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, he's here to sort of like test Riku. He's like, Riku, you can control this.
Oh, okay.
And show me your strength.
Okay, that's cool. And Earth. And also Riku means Earth. So like there's some fun synergies there.
Yeah, and really like the only thing that makes Lexaeus a bad guy in this moment is that he's fighting the person you're playing.
Right.
Lexaeus might be a chill dude.
Yeah, he might be like one of the ones who, because I feel like he gets a little bit of play in 358, or maybe he wouldn't, I guess, because he gets killed. He presumably gets killed in this one.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, in fact, it's this very fight. So, like, they fight, they clash. Riku seems like he's going to have the upper hand. Lexaeus sort of throws him back against a wall with his earth powers. He's like,
Lexaeus.
I was holding back my full strength. And Riku says, well, if he was holding back, I got to ratchet it up to another gear.
No!
He gives into the darkness and cuts Lexaeus down.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And I mean, but that was what he wanted, right? That's what Lexaeus wanted. He wanted Riku to prove to himself that he could control this thing he's afraid of.
Well, he wanted Riku to embrace darkness and become more powerful.
Which, for organization purposes. But I bet you, now I'm doing that thing where you project an interiority into a character that doesn't give you a whole lot. Like, I bet you that part of that was him empathizing. Like, I bet that, to what capacity nobody's can or can't feel feelings, which is a whole debate. But, like, I bet you he was like, I think, yes, I have to do this thing. This is my mission from the organization. But also, like, I believe that he can.
Yeah.
do this.
Yeah, it's like a moment of humanity from these people that keep telling themselves they're not human.
God, it's tough when the call's coming from inside the house.
Seriously.
Yeah.
When Riku succumbs to this darkness, he finally tries to tap into the darkness inside him. He sort of retreats to an interior space.
Okay.
He's once again like floating in the void, only this one's a dark void.
Yeah.
It's floating darkness, and he's like, wait a minute, I didn't mean it, let me out. And Ansem's like, the more you give in, the more I shall return.
Oh, God, okay.
But Nikki's not going to let Ansem get his hands on Riku again.
Oh, yeah, Mickey!
Nikki's like, get away from him. I'll protect. And the hologram, like, stands in front of Riku and, like, imposes himself and spreads his hands out like you won't get to him. But he's just a hologram.
No,
Mickey doesn't care because he's just going to protect
He believes in Riku.
Believes in Riku.
Aww. That's awesome.
Anyway, he gets Ansem to retreat once again.
Okay, that's cool.
Riku comes back out of himself and heads to the next floor.
Dang.
Yeah.
Wow.
We have a new organization member that sort of follows up on Lexaeus' demise.
Oh, boy.
And he's smaller than the rest. He's got blue-gray hair swept over in like the most emo come-over you've ever seen.
It's crazy, this hairstyle.
This is Zexion.
Zexion, everyone's favorite little pretty boy with no screen time.
Zexy himself.
Zexy himself.
Oh, no. He's hot.
Oh, no, he's so hot. He's beautiful.
Yeah. This is right around the time where Riku says, he like stops in his tracks and he goes, whoa, a huge whiff of evil just left the castle.
Oh.
I was really getting a strong whiff of it, and it's gone now.
Because Lexaeus is dead?
No,
or?
so Zexion shows up and says, yeah, that thing you just experienced, that's because Marluxia just died.
Oh, no!
So now we're after Sora's part.
Oh, wow, Sora's fast.
Right.
Sora gets it done.
Right? So, like, Riku gets there before and lingers after Sora does his thing in the castle.
I guess you could also make the argument, it's like, we don't know how long Riku is in his own Darkness Mind Palace for.
How does time pass in Castle Oblivion? How does time pass in the Dark Realm?
Yeah.
It's very unclear.
Right, because, like, Aqua spent 10 years in the Dark Realm and stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of, there's a lot going on.
Yeah. And did Zexion really have to, like, reveal that info to Riku?
Yeah, that's so interesting. I mean, do we get a sense that we know Zexion's opinion of Marluxia? I presume it's not a high opinion.
I presume so as well. Zexion sort of takes the tack of just like being very haughty and kind of above it all.
Yeah, that's so he's so that type, right? So I guess it would be like, who cares if you know, because he's dead now, so it doesn't matter what his machinations were.
Right. Well, and he's also, much like the people in the upper floors, Zexion's also a master manipulator.
Yeah.
His element that he controls now. Go with me. There's 13 of them and they had to pick elements. Right. His element is illusions.
You know, that one I'm fine with. I'm actually pretty okay with that. I will also say, because I'm a big fan of, I love Square Enix. And I love, like, in the tactics games that the illusionist is like a mage class you can get. Yeah. It's really fun and they have some really cool spells. So, like, that's fun. I like illusion magic. I think it's neat. Yeah.
So that's his whole deal. He's just trying to manipulate people. He's
sure.
I don't even know how this is manipulative. He's just like, yeah, that guy upstairs is dead that you didn't know.
I feel like he's in this moment, not edgelording, because I don't think that's really what he's doing, but it's like, yeah, he's just like instigating or just being a prick.
Right. Well, that's not nearly as instigating as the thing that he says next, which is like, Marluxia's dead. He was defeated by the Keyblade Master.
Oh, fuck.
So
that's disrespectful.
So Riku says, Sora's here.
Oh, shit.
And isn't that nice that Riku's finally come to accept that Sora is the rightful Keyblade Master? Isn't that nice?
Now, controversial too. Did Riku ever believe himself to be the Keyblade Master? Like, he believed himself to be the rightful owner of the Keyblade.
Yeah.
But did he think of himself as the Keyblade Master?
Well,
are those two different things?
Now we're parsing because we're still in that like weird lore space where they hadn't nailed down
quite ironed it out.
That like Yen Sid was a Keyblade Master and there's a Mark of Mastery exam and there's like a hierarchy and a structure. This is just sort of like there's no like twinge of like I was supposed to be. It's just like Sora's here. Hell yeah.
I love that, and also that like Riku has moved on beyond thinking about how that impacts him and is instead focused more on like other important things.
Well, not quite.
Oh, shit.
Because then Zexion says like, yes, Sora's here, but like you're steeped in darkness and the Keyblade Master's function is to fight darkness, which includes you.
Okay, Zex, Jesus.
Aren't you ashamed to face him?
What? Ashamed? What do you mean ashamed?
Well, Riku's 14. He believes it. It's so easy to get a teen boy to feel shame.
God, that's the other thing that's so messed up about these games and these characters, because it is, it's like a whole 30-year-old. Mm-hmm. I'm like, hey. But of course, when you're 14, it's like everything feels like,
yeah.
Oh, Riku.
And then Zexion gives Riku the Destiny Islands world card.
Oh, no. No. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember like seeing on Kingdom Hearts Twitter, like all of the scenes comped together. Every time Destiny Islands comes up, specifically in the Chain of Memories games, it's just the most harrowing shit you've ever seen.
It's so uncanny. Like, because the rest of the worlds are based on Disney movies, right?
Yeah.
But like me, the main character, I'm from there. And when I see a fake one, I feel it.
It feels wrong.
It feels really wrong. And so the world's collapsing. We're on floating islands in dark voids. They're sort of poking and prodding Riku to sort of like, give into the darkness, succumb to your darkness. And in Destiny Islands, when a person's close to succumbing to their own inner darkness, that's when a dark side Heartless shows up, the big guy.
Oh, yeah.
Riku versus dark side fight.
Wow. Oh, that's pop. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's popping off.
It's pretty fun. And then he defeats the dark side and turns around on his floating platform. And Sora's standing there.
Sora.
And he's facing away from Riku. And Riku goes like, hey, Sora. And Sora attacks Riku.
No, this is a lie. It's an illusion. It's an illusion. Zexion is pulling strings.
It is an illusion. Zexion is pulling strings, but we don't know that yet.
No.
Sora looks at him and is like, Riku, have you really given into the darkness? Like,
no.
Are we really on? Do I really have to defeat you now?
Oh, you bitch.
Yeah. And they swing at each other, and there's like a flash of light, and Riku's now floating in a light void.
Oh my God.
He sort of like, again, sort of gets retreated into his own interior space.
Okay.
And the screenshot of it is like, in the 3D version at least, he's like falling. It's very reminiscent of Sora in the opening sequence of Kingdom Hearts 1.
Right, yeah,
He's like plunging into the depths, and it's like a dark background and kind of water-like. And so he's like floating head down through a field of light.
Cool.
It's kind of rad.
It's kind of a reverse Rebirth if you think about it.
Yeah, it is. And he says, well, I've now succumbed to the darkness, and this is what it feels like when light defeats darkness. Huh. I'm the darkness, and I have been overwhelmed by light. Wow. And this is where I deserve to be.
No,
you're right. That's not true.
No.
And the one to convince Riku that the light won't hurt him is...
Naminé?
Well, yeah, but who does he think it is?
Kairi.
Yeah.
Oh!
A vision of Kairi appears to him in that white void. And he says, listen, you're strong. There's no power that can defeat you. You don't have to run from the light, and you don't have to fear the dark. Aww. You are stronger than both of them.
Road to Dawn.
And in that moment, Riku comes back to himself, and there's a brief flash where the Kairi facade falls away, and it's a little bit of Naminé.
Oh, Naminé!
He embraces both sides of himself. He comes out of that void, and he beats Sora to a pulp. But it's not Sora, it's Zexion. Sora.
Yeah, take that, Zexion.
Take that, guy.
Take that, you idiot.
And he goes, I'm an illusionist. How did you know it was me? And Riku says, even the light couldn't mask your smell.
Ooh,
Riku, stop smelling, guys.
Yeah, also, stop smelling everybody.
Smelling everybody.
Weird new lore drop for Riku that they keep reminding you of.
I know, but it keeps coming up.
Yeah.
He mentions it a lot.
That's crazy.
It's like one of his foundational abilities in this game is he can smell darkness on people.
So funny.
Yeah, it's really strange.
Huh.
Zexion retreats to a back hallway, but there he finds the Riku replica.
Okay.
And Axel is with him.
No! Why?
And Axel's like aiming him, and he's like, hey man, you could become realer than Riku. All you gotta do is get more powerful than him.
Okay, we'll get there, obviously. I'm like, whose side is he on?
Especially in this scene, I want to ask whose side is Axel on?
Whose side is Axel on?
Because
think Marluxia's gone.
Marluxia's gone. He's kind of still on Xemnas' side for now because the Roxas stuff hasn't fallen out yet.
Sure. And Xemnas' goal is to make new Kingdom Hearts, and Axel's goal is to protect Roxas.
Well, Axel fundamentally believes in the personhood of these non-person beings. Of all the people, of all the nobodies in Organization 13 who are like, we're not really people, Axel believes these people are people.
Then you know what I think it is? I think Axel's on Axel's side in this moment.
I think Axel's on the replica side.
Well, that too, right? When I say that Axel's on Axel's side, I'm saying that in what I mean is Axel identifies with Replica Riku and is kind of living vicariously.
Yeah.
Because Axel can't take Leia's life and make it his own, right?
Right.
But Replica Riku theoretically could,
right.
And Axel wants to believe that that's possible.
Right.
So he's on Replica Riku's side by way of being on his own side.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, and so he says, you can do it. There's only one thing you have to do. And Riku Replica steps up to Zexion and absorbs all of his power.
Oh my god.
And Zexion dies. And all of his dark power is held within the Riku Replica now.
Okay, so what does that mean for Replica Riku? Does he have the power of illusions now?
No, he just has a critical mass of dark power.
Ooh, that's not good.
He doesn't ever really get illusion magic. That would have been
really
smart.
Cool. Yeah.
If I ran the zoo,
Replica Riku has illusion magic.
Well, and he's a fake, and that's the magic of fakery. So that's vibes.
Yeah, that's vibes. But also it adds this new interesting element, which is that this is the first time a being is able to absorb the power of a nobody.
Yeah,
right?
But they don't even really treat it with a lot of pomp and circumstance. It's just I guess you can do that, you know?
Okay, sure.
They don't spend any amount of time examining how that's different than other things.
Cool.
Yeah.
You know what? We got a lot of ground to cover.
Yeah. This was a lot for Riku.
Yeah, I'll bet. Yeah.
He's given into the darkness, and Ansem says you open the door. It's time for me to step through, baby.
Oh my god. This bitch.
But yet again, a high-pitched voice rings out in the darkness.
Cut that out right now.
Hey, you're not going to do that to my boy.
My boy.
And you know what's different about this time?
What?
Mickey's fucking here.
Yeah, Mickey.
He shows up.
Our king.
Mickey is here.
Right.
Riku's not alone anymore.
Oh, yeah, because Riku doesn't have Goofy and Donald and anybody and Jimmy and nobody.
Exactly.
Oh, my God.
And Riku's like, Mickey, how did you get here? I thought your power was keeping you. You couldn't only project yourself. And Mickey says, well, I was in the realm of darkness, and a card appeared in front of me.
Whoa.
And he holds it up, and it's the card for Twilight Town.
Oh.
And he said, I reached out and I found this card and I followed it to your heart.
Whoa.
Right. This is a unique sort of mode of transport.
Yeah.
It almost sounds like the power of waking.
Yeah, it does.
And so this mode of Riku staying asleep versus waking up is mirrored by this future thing they haven't named yet. Which is kind of neat.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, I thought it was really neat.
Now, also, is this why Riku passes his mastery exam?
I don't know.
Does he have a little bit more inherent understanding?
Very possibly. I mean, definitely the experiences of him and going through this process as he goes to the castle definitely contributed to his maturity that led to him passing the exam. I think.
Okay. Wow.
So they've only got one world card left. They may as well go to Twilight Town.
Twilight Town! I still am, my mind is kind of blown by the fact that the first appearance of Twilight Town is in a Game Boy Advance game.
Yeah.
It's such a critical location for basically every game after this.
Yeah.
And it's so wild how this is the first time we see it. That's crazy. That's so crazy.
And he gets down to the tram common where you see the job board later in the game.
Oh.
And it's empty because it's a Game Boy game. And also, this is not the real Twilight Town. We're in the castle. So it's spooky.
Yes. Right.
And Ansem appears.
Oh, boy.
He says, ooh, look, you've made some decisions, haven't you, Riku? Okay. Riku says, man, you're not Ansem. You're fake. I can smell it on you. You're not that dark.
Oh, no, he didn't smell another guy.
And this Ansem drops his illusion.
Okay.
And reveals himself not to have been Ansem. He reveals an appearance. He's this guy in a red cloak, like half cloak and bandages around his head. And he identifies himself as Diz.
Yeah, baby. Our boy, Christopher Lee.
Yes, played by Christopher Lee.
I know, R.I.P.
Seriously. Now, Diz is an important character here, and he shows up in the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 2.
And the end. And
by the end, you learn that Diz is another alias for this guy, Ansem the Wise.
Yeah!
So in this moment in Reverse Rebirth, Riku says, man, you're a fake Ansem, to the guy who's the real Ansem that dressed himself up to look like the real fake Ansem.
That's incredible. That's incredible.
I think it's so funny.
That's crazy. Wow.
And
wow. Okay.
And now we're realizing that Ansem never started Riku on this quest. Diz did.
That's crazy.
Right? The voice in the very basement that woke Riku up was Diz pretending to be Ansem.
Okay.
Now, why did he do this?
Yeah.
He says he wanted to forge Riku in the fires of combat or whatever.
Sure.
And he's like, you had to go through this experience so that you would evolve to a place where you would sort of become the major player you're destined to be in this conflict.
Okay, fair. I'm on board.
And I need to know what you'll choose once that happens. So Diz says, Riku, keep going. You're going to meet Naminé, and then you're going to make a decision.
Oh, shit.
And he's like, who's Naminé? And Diz is like, just keep going.
just you figure it out.
So they go through Twilight Town and they make it back to the old mansion. But before they can make it through the gate, the Riku replica stops them. And he just says, man, it must be nice being real.
Oh, no.
It must be nice. You wasting your realness on weakness.
Okay, bro.
He's like, I'm fully embracing, and he comes forward with his new absorbed Zexion powers as well. And he's mad.
I'll bet.
He's ready to, there can be only one, this guy.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
And they fight.
Right.
And Riku wins. And this is it for the Riku replica. But unlike Zexion's death, which was very abrupt, and Vexen's death, which was even more abrupt, which happens in this very spot.
Yeah, exactly.
And Lexaeus, who only gets a couple of tossed off lines, Larxene gets a couple of lines. They gave Riku Replica a full death monologue.
Wow.
And he's like, good riddance to a phony life. I was a fake, and now that fakery's over. Where does a fake like me go when I die? Whatever heart I've managed to grow, where will that go?
Oh, God.
Yeah. And Riku kneels down next to him as he's,
dying,
disintegrating.
Yeah. And
gives him empathy in this moment of yeah, man, I don't know. I hope it's not nowhere,
No, Riku.
Yeah. And Riku really feels for the replica there. And that's the moment where we're not so different, you and I.
So Replica Riku never leaves the castle. He's born in the castle and he dies in the castle. Mm-hmm. That sucks.
Yeah. At least until the time travel that happens later. But yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It's a lonely existence. One Naminé is desperate to escape.
Yeah, I could see why.
Yeah.
I mean, geez.
And so Riku goes on and he gets to the next floor and he stumbles upon Naminé.
Yay, Naminé!
And she's in the pod room.
Oh, yeah.
Watching over Sora sleeping.
Oh.
And Riku steps up to the pod and is like, oh shit, Sora's here. Wow, Sora, we made it back. You slacker, what are you sleeping for?
Aw, cutie pie, cutie pie.
And Naminé says, listen, this is what is happening to Sora. I have the powers to manipulate hearts.
Okay.
You are clearly wrestling with your own stuff.
Oh.
Would you like me to seal your heart away from the darkness as Sora sealed the worlds?
Whoa.
I can do this. I can seal your heart.
Wow.
So that the darkness will never get in and you will be safe.
Wow. Okay.
To do that, I would also need to put you to sleep.
Oh my God.
And Riku says, if I go to sleep, how am I going to ridicule Sora for being asleep this whole time?
Oh, Riku, you've done it, Riku, my boy.
And Naminé says, man, that's what I hoped you'd say.
Oh, yeah.
You were the only one strong enough to embrace and take on this darkness.
Oh.
And Riku says, yeah, like you said before.
Whoa. Wait.
And she says, wait a minute, you knew I wasn't Kairi? And Riku's like, yeah, I could smell it.
Oh my God, Riku, enough.
Dude.
Enough.
He says, but at the same time, you and Kairi do smell the same.
right.
This boy needs to stop smelling his friends. It's getting a little weird.
Yeah, and also like, what's the radius? Because like he's not physically in close proximity to these people when this is happening. So like, how sensitive is his nose now? That's crazy.
He's got a super sniffer, I'll tell you.
So wild. Okay, I guess what is Kyrie's signature scent? Is it like tropical fruit? Is it like I think
it's papu fruit.
Yeah, it's papu fruit.
Yeah, whatever that is. You know, like the star fruit.
Which we debated.
Pineapple.
Yeah, it's like, is it a lime? Is it a citrus? Yeah. Anyway,
you put the papu in the coconut and you drink both together. Yeah.
Regardless, Riku, don't tell a girl that she smells like another girl.
This is the thing that all 14-year-old boys need to learn at some point. You cannot tell the girl that you're into that you were smelling her. Like
and you can't tell her she smells like another girl.
Not good.
Also know.
Even if they are technically the same girl. You
still can't. And also like every girl is different and unique and a snowflake.
Truly.
Oh my God. Woof.
So he comes out of the pod room and he sort of says like, okay, you do your thing with Sora. I'm going to continue facing the darkness on my own. He comes out into the hallway. Mickey's there. Diz is there.
What a combo.
Well, so Riku comes out and is like, hey, Mickey, do you know this guy?
Yeah.
And Mickey's like, I kind of feel like I do, but I don't think I do.
Oh.
Which comes up later in Kingdom Hearts 2. But for now, Mickey's like, yeah, he's vaguely familiar, but I don't know about that.
Interesting.
Diz is like intentionally shrouding himself in complete mystery. Riku's like, who are you? And Diz is like, don't worry about me.
No one of consequence.
Yeah, exactly.
I must know. Get used to disappointment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he won't tell Riku anything, but he does say like, you got to keep going down this road.
Yeah.
And if you're going to do that, you might need one of these. And Diz gives Riku a dark coat, the black coat.
Oh, wow.
And he says, the organization... they use the darkness to their own ends, and so that it won't corrupt them, they shroud themselves in these coats. You know, like they hide all of their features. They put up the hoods. You know, it hides them from sight nor smell.
Oh,
and then he looks down at Mickey and goes, although it won't really hide those ears. What a burn!
Yeah, like it is one of the funniest things in all of Kingdom Hearts lore that Mickey wears one of these coats.
Yeah, and when they do give him a custom one that fits over the ears.
But you see the ears still.
Yeah, when he's got the hood up. Because it's like a glove. He has to put the ears in the hood.
But regardless, it's like Mickey, first of all, aura farming for days. He's never looked cooler. But also, it's like, they'll never recognize me now. And it's like, no, bro, yeah.
Right.
But also like shrouding you from the darkness. Like there's a function to the coats. That's fine.
Well, like imagine you're like doing your dark plan, going through the darkness, and you're meeting other people in dark coats, and those are shrouding their identity. But like you're walking through the corridors of darkness and you see like, I don't know, Ryan Reynolds walking towards you in a dark coat. Wouldn't you be like, hey,
that's Ryan Reynolds.
Is that Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah.
Is that Ryan Reynolds? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know exactly what you mean.
That's Mickey.
That's insane.
You know, you're walking through the dark corridors and he's like got his hood up and you pass each other, and as you're walking away, you go, was that Mickey Mouse?
That's great.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Well, and then Diz gives Riku the final card that he needs to escape, which is the Castle Oblivion card.
Oh, that's meta.
Which lets him out on the ground floor.
Oh, that's fun. Okay.
Yeah.
He made it.
And Riku and Mickey are like, all right, we can do it. We can finally escape. Heading forward, one final bout. And Riku's like, man, that's Ansem in there. That's the manifestation of Ansem. I gotta face this alone. If I can't face this alone, like, what was this for?
Wow, Riku.
You know, like, this is the journey. This is the battle. I know that this is like the dark night of the soul. It's my time.
Wow, okay.
He says, and listen, I could lose. And if I succumb to darkness, Mickey, you need to... And before he can say destroy me, Mickey says, don't worry, I'll hop in to save you.
Oh, Mickey.
And Riku's like, no, dude, I need you to destroy... And Mickey's like, buddy, there's no way that's going to happen.
Mickey.
There's absolutely no world in which I don't give my life to save you.
Mickey.
Yeah. Mickey's so good in this game. Like, thank goodness he's here.
The king.
And they're right. And obviously they had to write Mickey in a way where you love him. But they did.
He's so good.
He's so good.
He's so good. He's like Luffy.
Yeah.
He's just like, I'm not even worried about it. I'm not even concerned.
And he does wield the power of imagination.
Oh my god.
Sorry for the One Piece spoiler, I guess.
Wow. I love it.
Yeah, so Riku forges forward and Ansem manifests in full because Riku is closer to the darkness than he's been the entire time.
Oh.
So Ansem can manifest, and he's in his full form. He's got that shadow with the taped up mouth that like always stands behind him. Just clocking, we now know that shadow's Terra.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So just clocking that real quick. They clash. It's a multi-phase fight.
Of course.
I didn't get this far in the game, so I can only imagine it was very brutal.
I can't imagine. Like, it's the same thing with the Marluxia phases where you're just like, this is... But, you know, again, from a game design standpoint, you're like, if this is going to be the culmination of the character's journey, it has to be a challenge because when you overcome it, it feels like you overcame something really meaningful.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And in the midst of this fight, you know, Riku seems to have the upper hand. They go to a cutscene. Ansem is just about to like flood Riku's heart with darkness, just pour darkness at him. And Mickey jumps forward to defend him once again. And Mickey says like, I know you need us to do this alone, but you don't mind a little help, do you?
Oh my god.
Not when it's you, my dude.
Oh,
Get in here, Mickey. Wow.
Oh.
And together they defeat the remnant of Ansem that was haunting Riku.
Cool.
That was the last remnant of his fear of the darkness. He can finally fully embrace it.
He got that angel out of his eyeball.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah.
And Riku's like, you know, I had to embrace darkness to do this. Ansem was saying some things that were right. And Mickey's like, as a champion of light, I used to think my goal was to banish darkness. I used to think that darkness should not exist. And then I spent time with you.
Oh.
And you changed my mind.
Mickey! Mickey! Wow, it's so empathy. It's so empathy in this house.
Yeah. Yeah. He says, Riku, you walk this road in a way that nobody ever has before.
Wow.
And I got to see it for myself, man. I'm coming with you.
Holy moly. Wow, trailblazer.
Riku is, in the eyes of King Mickey, interdimensional traveler, unique in this cosmic conflict.
He's an anomaly.
Yes.
Wow, incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, he is. It's funny because Riku, I think, embodies more so than any other character the idea of Twilight as a concept.
Yeah.
Because he exists in both in this really, really unique way.
And not only does he exist in both, he chooses both.
He
actively chooses both.
He doesn't deny either.
In fact, they get out the front door and they walk back down that grassy road. First time Riku's been on this road.
I know!
And they get to the crossroads and Diz is standing there waiting for him.
Oh my god, Diz.
And Diz says, okay, you met Naminé. You fought these things. You fought the light. You fought the darkness. Will you take the road to darkness or the road to light? And he points to either side of his crossroad. And Riku says, man, I'm not picking either. I'm picking the middle road.
Yeah,
and he just like shoulder bumps past Diz and starts walking away.
Pop off Riku.
And Diz says, the Twilight Road to Nightfall?
And
Riku says, no, dude. The road to dawn.
Oh, yeah, baby. Yeah, Riku. Wow.
That's reverse rebirth.
That's incredible.
We have Riku and Mickey back out of the realm of darkness. On the road, they know that Sora's down for the count for at least a year and that somebody needs to hold ground in that time.
Yeah, he's his champion. He's Sora's champion in the way that Donald and Goofy are Mickey's champions.
Yeah, but Riku now feels he's embraced both sides of himself. He's more powerful than he's ever been and in a healthier way, and he's ready for that challenge.
Wow. I want to do that. I want to do like that Shia LaBeouf standing ovation meme, right? Like just, you know, again, we had our Riku episode and we knew that we were going to cover this game. And also like we had a different format for the show back then, but it's like Riku in this game, especially like this feels like the moment where Riku self-actualizes.
Well, this feels like the first, like he's finally taking the first step towards that process. I would say that it's this 358 by 2 days and then Kingdom Hearts 2 and like that's his mini arc there.
Okay.
But like this is definitely where he starts. Like in Kingdom Hearts 1, he's the villain, he's fallen. And this is like the hero is the one who's fallen that needs to stand back up. And this is where it starts and it carries through. Yeah.
Wow.
I would say this is also the first game we've covered so far that ends with any sort of closure. Now, the story's not done, but like we have examined, the thesis, the antithesis, and we've reached synthesis.
I agree. Yes. And I also, but with the understanding that like Riku is not the main character.
Right.
Like, and even when he is playable in other games, we understand as an audience that Riku is not the main character. So I think we can have a sense of closure when it comes to Riku that is reserved for a not protagonist character,
I agree.
guess.
I will say, in serving Riku so well, I would say that like the organization feels slightly less threatening in this one than they do in Chain of Memories proper.
I agree with that, but
their plot revolves around Sora. They're copying Riku so they can manipulate Sora.
Yeah.
So like Riku isn't really part of their plot, and he's like his villains are the Ansem, illusion and the Riku replica himself. So like
this is controversial, or maybe not.
Okay.
Riku's arc is the eldest sibling arc. Like
yeah.
where they are yes, oldest in the birth order, but like it's obvious from the narrative construction that like more important things are going on with the middle child or the youngest child, if you depending on what you're deciding, if Sora and Kairi or whatever.
I don't know if you can tell out there, Mayanna and I are both oldest siblings.
Eldest daughter. It was so funny. I was talking to my friend the other day and we were talking about the new Taylor Swift album. I'm so glad you guys buried the hatchet again.
I was not ready to forgive her, but she really came around.
Yeah. But then this album came out and who knows, but like we were talking about how like, they were going through something and I was going through something, and their like eldest daughter was supposed to be the song that we were going to emote to, and it did not eat, and so we did not have the eldest daughter song to emote to.
One day,
but there's other songs, but yeah, like Riku's arc is the arc of like, okay, I understand that there's like other things going on. I can face this battle and I can move into this maturity, and I don't need to be at the center in the same way because I can overcome this thing.
He doesn't need to be at the center of the external conflict because he has such rich inner conflict.
100%.
I mean, he ends this game where like, it's not 100% resolved, but like he's at a place where he's ready to face his inner conflict in a way that like he wasn't ready at the start. And that's the growth. Yeah. Like it's very rich.
It's very rich.
And like only really one other final thought to be said about this game, which is Mickey!
Okay, so let's talk about this really briefly. Why does Sora get Donald and Goofy? Because if Sora is the Mickey, why does Sora get Donald and Goofy, and why does Riku get Mickey?
Are we talking Watsonian or Doyleist?
Oh, wow.
So are these new terms to you?
Yes, they are.
Okay. This is something I'd love to cover on this show. So when you're asking why a certain thing in a story is happening, you can come at the answer from a Watsonian point of view or a Doyleist point of view.
Because Doyle is the author of Sherlock Holmes.
Yes.
And Watson is the character by which asks questions of Sherlock Holmes within the book.
Correct.
Got it.
So if you're asking, why did Sherlock Holmes win that fight? The Doyleist answer is because he survives the rest of the book, so the book can happen and I can sell 1 million copies. And the Watsonian answer is because he trained in ancient martial arts back in the pre-times of the book.
Gotta love it.
And he took a bunch of cocaine about it.
Yeah.
So the Doyleist answer to why Riku gets Mickey is because of contractual obligations in the first game.
Of course,
right? They could only show Mickey in one key moment, and after that game was a huge success, they changed the terms of the deal, and they wanted to introduce Mickey, but Sora already had Donald and Goofy, so they gave him to Riku. The Watsonian point of view, I would say that like Mickey represents such strong light.
Yeah.
And that like Donald and Goofy don't. Yeah. Donald and Goofy like are there to buttress the light that Sora brings, but that like Riku needed a sharper dose of it to be the counterbalance.
Yeah.
And so like Mickey seems destined to fulfill that role. The other people I could say might have been destined to fulfill that role, Naminé, Kairi.
Yeah.
People whose light would have sheltered Riku enough to let him embrace that darkness and shown him that the light wasn't something to fear just because he had darkness inside of him. But they did need to introduce Mickey in a way that made him central. And I mean, they did a great job. Like, don't get me wrong, they did a great job. So that's what I think is going on there. That like, because Riku is the one who's steeped in more darkness, they needed a more concentrated light to pair with him.
That makes sense to me. I think the other thing too is like Riku is slightly more mature. And I think Mickey is, hierarchically more significant than Goofy and Donald.
Well, and certainly more mature than Donald.
That too.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that like for Mickey, the relationship between Mickey and Riku is sort of like Riku is not the main character, but he gets the most central Disney character. Like, not necessarily as a consolation prize, but almost as like a validation that he is important.
Yeah, it definitely does that.
Yeah.
Putting Riku with Mickey makes you go like, oh, Riku is on a level of protagonism that needs to be recognized.
Yeah. Put some respect on his name.
Put some respect on his name and his replica's name.
Yeah.
Whoever else is trying to copy Riku in this moment.
My heart is breaking for him.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
Final thoughts, Mayanna?
Final thoughts. I mean, it's interesting when you think about a game, you have to think about it in the context of like, to play this game, you earn this game.
You earn this game.
You earn this game. And so because of that, it needs to be worth the investment.
Yeah.
Because you could just beat Chain of Memories and move on with your life, right? Mm-hmm. But this feels... It's funny. I mean, we talked about it last with Chain of Memories as well. This is like unskippable content in a way that I knew how important narratively these games were. I think for the purposes of like getting David on board, I think like giving him the reward of Kingdom Hearts 2 immediately after Kingdom Hearts 1 and then going back, I think was still the right move.
Yeah.
But like, this is lore critical. Like, this is a lore critical game.
It is if you care about Riku at all.
Yeah, it is if you care about an understanding of the holistic narrative of the series. Like,
yeah, if you don't want to wonder at the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 2 who this guy in the red robes is.
Who the guy in the red robes is, but like, also, what has Sora gone through? What has Riku gone through? Who are the two of them to each other by the time they reunite in Kingdom Hearts 2? The two of them go on such important maturity journeys in this game. Mm-hmm. And for Riku, in this one, my mind's kind of blown about it. I'm so impressed and I'm so inspired, and just like from a writing standpoint and a character development standpoint, like what a bold swing.
Yeah.
And a necessary swing. And quite an achievement, I think, from a storytelling standpoint for a character that you are pretty much like told from the jump in Kingdom Hearts 1, like, hey, this is the guy you're supposed to hate, right? This is the guy who is supposed to represent all the things that make you insecure.
Yeah.
And to do a full 180 into like, not only should you empathize with and identify with this guy, but like you should be rooting for this guy. You should be championing this guy.
Almost like the audience goes through some kind of reverse rebirth, you might say.
Oh, they said it! Hell yeah. Well,
thanks for coming with me.
Yeah, thanks for taking me on the journey.
Down into the basement of Castle Oblivion.
The basement, and the fact that it's the basement. It's chef's kiss across, like 10s across the board, truly, except for the cards.
Really? Just could leave the cards behind.
Except for the cards. Just do combat. But like, you gotta have it. You gotta have everything.
It's okay. We've done this recap. We can fully leave the cards behind, Mayanna. We did it. We got it through.
We'll never have to talk about the cards until we do the Are You In and Sun. We'll never have to talk about the cards ever again.
Yep. But in the meantime, thank you so much for listening to Simple and Clean, a Kingdom Hearts podcast.
Yes.
The games only get bigger from here.
Yeah.
So next time we come around to a recap, it might be more than one episode. So just stay tuned.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to see. So if you have opinions about how we split this thing, even though it's 2 games in 1, if you have opinions about how we split it, if you have thoughts, if you have opinions, please reach out. Please let us know.
Yeah, let us know on Patreon. Let us know on the Gram and potentially other social platforms in the future. We haven't decided yet. We're both so busy.
We're so EP.
We're so EP.
This is just like a fun fact. I'm in the middle of a process to open a play at Walt Disney Concert Hall, which ties into Kingdom Hearts in a weird way.
It's so good.
So like and I don't know if you heard, Mayanna released an entire video game. And we heard as of the time of this recording that it recently just sold over 1 million copies.
Oh my God.
Which is incredible.
That's crazy.
So Forgive us if we're a little busy, but we'll always take the time out of our busy days to yap about Kingdom Hearts with whoever wants to.
Yes, I do have one little message in a bottle.
Incredible. Let's hear it.
I'm going to crack this little sucker open. Thank you again for everybody who sends us lovely messages in a bottle on the gram. And like we've gotten emails, which I'll read an email at some point soon. But we got this really lovely message from somebody named Desmond. This podcast has single-handedly reignited my long-lost love for this series. Maybe I'll actually get around to finishing KH3. Who can say?
Hey, the ending's really good.
I agree. I think you should do it, Desmond. Question for you, maybe for the pod. What is the timeline for this series? Obviously, we know what order, but like, how much time does each game span? How much time happens between each game? I feel confused on this. This is a good question.
This is a great question, especially as we covered in this episode, how time can be a little wonky depending on how much time you spend in various realms.
Yeah, absolutely. And like, because we're dimension hopping, we're planet hopping, it can be a little wonky, weird. For me, the easiest answer to this question is Kingdom Hearts 1 into Chain of Memories, probably like a couple months / weeks. Chain of Memories into Kingdom Hearts 2, it's a year because Sora was 14 at the beginning of Chain of Memories and is 15 when he awakens from the pods.
Right.
2 to the spin-off games into 3, it's another year because Sora is 16 in Kingdom Hearts 3 when we pick back up again. So between Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 3, it's only been like 2 years.
Wow.
Birth by Sleep takes place 10 years before Kingdom Hearts 1 because Sora is 4 in that game.
Oh, little baby Sora on the beach.
Little baby Sora. And then the Age of Fairy Tales is
Yeah, I remember years, 100 years ago. It's at least hundreds of years ago.
It's at least hundreds of years ago, yeah.
But it's also, the presentation of those fairy tale games is like as though you were reading a storybook, so it's very much like
the ancient times.
Eons ago!
Yeah, exactly. A world that is different now.
Yeah, fully like, and that's another thing is like, how do you track a year in a planet that's been destroyed and turned into hundreds of other planets?
Yeah.
You know, the way we count years is by our planet going around the sun.
Yeah, what is the sun in... We can't get into this.
Right.
We can't get into this. But like, Birth by Sleep specifically to Kingdom Hearts 3 is over a span of like 13 years.
Yeah. Hey! 13.
Oh, it's happening again. Bah! Crazy.
Pretty good.
Bah! Wild.
Well, Desmond, thank you so much for writing to us.
Thank you. And I think Sora's going to be like 17 in Kingdom Hearts 4, I think.
Yeah.
Which is I would say is a pretty like significant protagonist age in like JRPGs and stuff. 17 feels like where shit gets real. So
yeah, that sort of is like a marker of the end of puberty, the end of the process, and also like the world around Sora in Kingdom Hearts 4, as we've seen, is realer than it's ever been, more mundane than it's ever been.
Yes.
So we'll see if that theme tracks through into like the coming of ageness that we've been following throughout the series. Kingdom Hearts 4.
I know. Thank you guys so much again for listening to this podcast. And again, like, find us on Patreon. Let us know what you think of this show. Send us messages in a bottle on Instagram. And then keep an eye out for more places where we might be in the new year. Who knows?
Yeah. And until you hear from us again, may your heart be your guiding key.
Yeah.